channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Blanca Estela, and in today's video I'm gonna be doing a, I'm not sure what look, but my sister got me a new palette for my birthday and that's what I want to use today. So I'm just gonna see what I come up with. I know I do want to do a cut crease, but just not sure how I'm gonna do it. I do have a couple of palettes laid out next to me. I'm just gonna see what I feel like using. So first I'm gonna go ahead and prep my eyelids, and I'm gonna be using my concealer. And for today's concealer, I'm gonna be using the Shape Tape by Tarte, and then I'm gonna put that all over my lid, and then I'm gonna put powder on top of it to set it, and then we're gonna start off with the eye tutorial. And I'm going to be using the shade Light, which I realized I got it it's way too light for me. Since this does go a long way, I only dotted like a few dots under my eyes when I put concealer on. Because the first time I tried it, oh my god, that's too much. Okay. The first time I put this on, I put the normal amount that I always put under my eyes. And it was way too much, and it made all this part of my eye white. So since then, I've only been dotting like 3 little dots under my eye and just blending it out. And it just looks fine. So next time I think I'm just going to get a darker shade. And then to blend this out, I'm going to be using my BH brush number 102, which is a flat brush. This one right here. And I'm just going to put that all over the lid and up like this, up to the eyebrow, because I do put eyeshadow up there, so I'm trying to prep the whole area. To set that, I'm just going to be using my Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder by Rainbow London. This one right here. And I'm going to be using a double-ended brush. I'm going to be using this side right here. I don't remember what palette this brush came in, but I've been using it to set my eyes. I don't like to wipe it like that. I like to dab it like this. I feel like this way it really sets the concealer and it doesn't move. I'm going to start off with my Laura Lee Cat Pajamas palette. This one right here. I did do a review on this on the not the previous video, but the one before the previous one. So if you want to check that out, I will link it down below. And I really love this palette. So I'm going to be starting off with this. I'm going to start off with my crease by applying Bomb Diggity. And then I'm also going to apply Cray Cray. So I'm going to focus these on the crease first. And for that, I'm going to be using my Mikasa brush number E320. This a fluffy blending brush right here. One of my favorite brushes. First, I'm going to apply Bomb Diggity and then Cray Cray. I'm also going to go ahead and bring Bomb Diggity all the way up to my eyebrow. You can use this color to blend the other shades later on. Now I'm going to apply Cray Cray, but I'm only going to put this in my crease and I'm not going to bring it up as far as I did with Bomb Diggity. I'm going to be getting Cookie, and I'm going to apply this to the outer V and the crease of my eye just to start smoking it out. To apply that, I'm going to be using my Mikasa brush number E310, which is a small pencil brush, just so I can really keep it precise and it won't make such a mess. This is really pigmented, so I'm only going to go over it one more time and then move on to the next shade. And I'm going to get the same brush and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out a little bit in circular motions like I always do. I'm going to go in again with Cookie just to bring that color back. So now I'm going to go into my 35B palette by Morphe. And I'm going to be getting this burgundy shade right here. I'm going to be applying it to my crease as well. And then after this, I'm going to go ahead and apply this green one right here just to define it and give it a little bit of color. And I'm going to be using the same pencil brush. So first I'm going to be applying that burgundy shade only on my crease, not on the outer V, just the crease. And then I'm going to move on from there with the green shade. And this is just to deepen it up a little bit more. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the green shade to my outer V and bringing it up to the crease. To cut the crease, I'm going to be using my Maybelline New York concealer. I forgot the name of this. Oh, my Fit Me concealer. This one right here. I like using this to cut my crease because it is kind of watery. So I think it makes it way easier to really get that precise crease.
This brush is not gonna work, it's too big. Where's my flat and small brush? Oh. Found it.
This is my AOA Studio brush number E123, which is a small flat brush. I like using this to cut my crease because it is really precise and doesn't make a big ass mess like it did with the other brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead if I can fix this, and then I'll just go ahead and define the line later. Before I cut the other side, I'm going to go ahead and set the concealer. And to set, I'm going to be using Okie Dokie from the Cat's Pajamas palette. This shade right here. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used to set my eyelids. I'm going to be using the flat brush instead. I'm going to go over it just so we won't get any creasing. I'm not used to doing cut creases. That's why it's kind of difficult for me right now. But with more practice, I'll get better at it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and jump into my Galaxy Chic palette by BH Cosmetics, which was a birthday present for my sister. So shout out to her. But this one right here. And all over the lid, I'm going to be going in ahead and applying Mars. It's brown shimmer shade right here. And I'm going to put that all over the lid. Or what I am thinking is putting it on half of the lid. And then just going ahead and putting the green on the outer V. Just like bringing it down into the lid. I don't know. Like first in my mind, I had to just put the Mars all over my lid, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm just like, maybe it looks better if I put another green here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to my lid real quick. And for that, I'm using another flat brush from AOA Studio. I'm gonna be using my AOA Studio brush number E122, which is a smaller flat brush. This one right here. First, I'm gonna wet the brush with some Fix Plus from MAC, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in the eyeshadow and apply it to my lid. This is a really pretty brown shimmery shade. I'm actually just gonna bring it out that far. I'm actually gonna put another green one there. Now on the remainder side of the lid, I'm gonna go ahead and apply a green eyeshadow, but I'm also gonna bring it up to the crease just to blend it out a little bit. And I'm gonna be using this shade from my 35B palette. This one right here. And to apply that, I'm gonna be using my BH brush number 7 from the Metal Rose brush set. This one right here. Now I'm going to use the same blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead and blend the top part out because it is looking a little harsh again. So I'm reapplying the green eyeshadow. So in circular motions to make it blend out easily. For eyeliner today, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Pro Line Felt Tip eyeliner. This one right here. The tip just makes it really easy to do the wing eyeliner. So that's why I really like this eyeliner. For eyelashes today, I'm going to be using my Tarte's Pro Cruelty Free Lashes in the style Flirt. This one's right here. So I went ahead and I applied my lashes off camera because it did take a while because I had to cut them and everything. So now I'm going to go ahead and move to my face makeup. I already primed my face off camera as well. I used two primers. I used my One Heck of a Plot primer by Soap & Glory and my Laura Mercier foundation primer, the oil-free one. This one's right here. And I used the Soap & Glory one all over my T-zone. And then I used this one all over my face. So these two right here. And for foundation today, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Stay Foundation. This one right here. And I use the shade Honey. So this is today's foundation. So I'm just going to put this all over my face. And then I'm going to use a brush to blend it out. And to blend it, I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics brush number 123, which is this buffing brush right here. And then for concealer, I'm going to be using my Shape Tape by Tarte in the shade Light. But this is like I explained earlier, does go a long way and it is too light for me. So I'm only going to put a couple of dots like this. Here and up here. BH brush number E129, which is a small buffing brush. It's right here. I don't even know if it's a buffing brush, but this is what I use. And I just go ahead and I dab it and I go like this to blend it out. And then I also like to bring it down like this. I do love how this concealer smells. I just started using it a month ago, and I really love it. I do have a bigger one of this one. It's a little bit bigger and actually is easier with that one because it just makes it go by faster. But since this one is smaller, it does keep it really precise and it won't make a big mess, especially between my eyebrows. I usually use this brush to set my face, but it is a little broken, so I'm not going to be using it today. I have to order a new one, and she's a little dirty, so I don't want to use her. So to set my face, I'm going to kind of like bake with the beauty blender, but I'm also going to use a brush. So I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to dip my dry beauty sponge in there. Let me just get it. Okay. So I'm just going to dip it in there. Get a little bit like this. And I'm just going to put it under my eye. Under it like this. And I've been doing this a lot lately. And I really like how it looks. It makes it look airbrushed, and I think it works better when it's dry than when it's wet. That's just in my opinion. And actually, it keeps the under eye from creasing way much longer than when I use a brush or when I use the beauty sponge wet. And then I also like to do it around my nose because I do get really oily and it creases really fast there. So I just like to put it and then bring it like this. And then I just set the rest of my face with the brush, and then I go ahead and I like with the, I'll show you guys what I do with the brush. So then I get my brush, and tonight I'm using my BH brush number E124, and I like using this brush to set my face because if you guys can see the tip, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a little bit pointed. So when I set my under eye, it is really easy to get under there, and it's just really easy to get around the corners of my face. And then just set it. And then I like to go back and forth with the brush afterwards just so I can make sure that any like loose powder that's stuck on the skin like kind of like goes away. And then I like to pat it to really blend that translucent powder out. After that, I always apply my setting spray so it can like kind of like tone down the powderiness of the powder. So recently I bought the Hard Candy's new mattifying spray, this one right here, and I have been loving it. It's only $6. Well, I bought it at Walmart for $6, and I really like it. It's probably my new favorite setting spray. Like that. Then after it dries, I like to get my brush again, and whatever left on it, I just dab my problem areas one more time to make sure that they stay matte, and under my eye as well. Before I move on to the highlight, I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes. And to smoke on my bottom lash, I'm going to be using my BH brush number 105. This little pencil brush right here. And I'm going to apply the plum shade that I added first, which is called Cookie from the Capajamas palette. And on top of that, I'm going to be applying the green eyeshadow from the 35B palette. I did go to Walmart earlier and I saw that Hard Candy had new eyeliners today. So I picked one up, and this is their Stroke of Gorgeous Soft Glide Longwear Eyeliner. And this is what it looks like, and I got it in the shade Don't Whine, and it is a shimmery burgundy color. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this in my waterline. For lipstick, I'm going to be using a lip topper from Jouer, and this is the shade Tan Lines. And I feel like this one is really going to match the shimmery brown shade on my lip, so that's why I want to use it. But it is a topper, so underneath them with this lip liner from Rimmel London, and this is their Extravagance full color lip liner in the shade Obsession, which is just a burgundy lip liner. I'm gonna outline my lips and fill it in with this, and then on top of that I'm gonna be applying the lip topper. First, I'm going to apply the highlighter because I do put highlighter on my Cupid's bow, and if I put the lip topper first, it's just going to make a big mess. So, for highlighter today, I'm going to be using my Spotlight Highlight Palette from Beige Cosmetics. This one right here. I'm going to be mixing this shade and this shade right here, which are which are Glow and Radiance. So I'm just going to mix those two and apply it to the high points of my face, which are the tops of my cheeks, my brow bone, inner corner, nose, and cupid's bow. And to apply that, I'm going to be using Picasso brush number E330. This fluffy brush right here. I love this. Is my favorite brush to apply highlighter. And this is final look right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did like it, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you want to follow me on my social media, you can. It's all listed down in the description box below. And yeah, thank you for watching, and until next time.